So guys, I want to take you guys back to Bobby Hemmett. See, this is when I gotta bring out the elders. Because remember, I wear both hats. I'm student and teacher. I'm not gonna keep dealing with people for too much longer, guys. I'm not gonna be talking on YouTube. I'm not gonna be dealing with YouTube for too much longer. Like I said a couple of days ago. It's something about a man getting on YouTube bitching and complaining all the time that it's not exactly something that a man needs to be getting into. Like, there's so much to do, there's so much to learn. I used to have a toolbox when I was in Vegas, and before I went to Cambodia, you know, I had plans. I wanted to fix up my car, but of course it was something going on with the job. They were in on some bullshit, and I had to leave all those automotive tools that I had in my apartment. The dude who helped me clean up, who's my neighbor, he got a lot of good shit. I'll just tell y'all that. I had a huge tool set, and I couldn't wait to work on my car. That's what men do. They don't get on YouTube bitching and complaining, talking about what the government doing, or informant. I mean, there's thousands of YouTube videos, people talking about what they think is happening, what they talking about drones in the sky. Like, what is something about that? It's not masculine to be talking about this shit like every fucking day on YouTube. What is your agenda? I'm gonna have to cross some. I know I'm gonna have to cross some personalities. I'm not surprised. I'm not a passive aggressive dude. I never have been. I don't like passive aggressive people. What are people's motives for getting on YouTube? I mean, really, what is my motive for getting on YouTube? I don't know. I'll let y'all decide that. What my motive is for getting on YouTube. Because my shit ain't monetized. I don't plan on having it monetized. I don't do YouTube videos to have people looking at me as the wise leader. I already told you motherfuckers. I do it for my own involvement. I don't know how many times I've said that. But let me get to y'all about this story. And this is another thing too. I like watching people who are giving credence to the people who drop knowledge before them. I don't like just listening to a motherfucker who just running his mouth about his feelings about the world or his viewpoints. Something off about that shit, man. Let me get to the story. One time this brother had called in on Bobby, and the brother was talking so much about what the government was doing that Bobby literally went off, and he had to tell this brother to quit talk. He said it's almost like you like talking about that shit. Like, you talk about it so much about what the government doing. Are you trying to like help or hurt the people? Like, I can't tell. I can't really tell what your motives is for the things you do and say. It's not making any sense. I mean, we have cliches out there that says, oh, reality is what you make it, stuff like that. Yeah, we can all believe that's the truth to a certain degree. But one thing I do know is that you cannot do anything obsessively and expect somebody not to say something about it. I'm not cool with a lot of these YouTubers. I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all, man. I'm not cool with this YouTube stuff. There's an exit point for me with YouTube. There's an exit stage left for me when it comes to YouTube. I'm not on here to show off or none of that stuff. I'm not on here for that. I'm on here for my own self-involvement. And whoever decides to follow me, let them follow. But you're not gonna tell me, you're not gonna see me monetizing. You're not gonna see me talking a certain way to get more viewers. You're not gonna see none of that from me. All you're gonna get from me is an OG that come from Chicago, that been around, that could tell you a few things, tell you some good ass stories, while I'm reminding myself what I've been through to keep my mind on track. That's what I do. I don't get up on here talking about daily news or what the government's gonna do or who they spying on. So anyway, let me get to the point. I keep digressing. It's just like, man, these people don't even realize, like, do you realize you putting people in negative energy or what? What kind of fuckery is this? You can't be on the same team I'm on the way you talking. You can't be. But anyway, so this brother calls in, and Bobby was like, this brother was talking about the government so much about what they was doing. Bobby, he literally went off. He's like, you talking so much about that, you don't even know what you doing. And then come on YouTube acting like what they saying is like, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird, y'all. It's very fucking strange to me. But I'm just gonna have to cut those. Those people gonna have to go. I'm like I said, I'm a clean house. This shit don't make no sense. You don't focus on what the government doing. You focus on what you doing. I never forget when Bobby said that because it made so much sense.